Hello, everyone, and this is Brad Brinkman from eXp Realty, your resource for everything real estate related. Your 2022 San Diego real estate concerns. I will be quick about this because I know your time is valuable. There are the top three biggest concerns for San Diego real estate, as expressed by a lot of the people that I'm thankful to work with, and but people in general right now is what's going on with the inventory, the interest rates, and the home values. Now, it's interesting to know that the average price in San Diego for any kind of house, townhome, or condo, that's the average. So take the average of everything that has sold last year in 2021, and that average price is 935,000. Okay. Now, what you'll see statistic wise, they like to do is the median home value. So when you see this, and you'll see the discrepancy in the numbers, it's explained that one of them is the average, the other is the median. And just a quick review: the median is just what's in the middle, that number of all the properties, every sales price for every property that's sold, and this is basically the dead center. And that is 765,000, which is up 16.6% from last year. Now, a lot of people always give me their predictions, and I always offer a $150 gift certificate to Amazon that anyone picks the right increase. Go ahead and do that to 858-225-7385 like I always do. And yeah, venture your guess. So just remember, for every one pro athlete, there's an average of 22 commentators. Why am I telling you that? Because when you hear opinions on real estate, you have to ask for credentials and sources. Where you hear these, where'd you get the stats from? Where's this information? Because everything that you'll see here today, and when you talk to me, I'm going to share my source of information with everything that I share. So, and you can check my credentials at bradbrinkman.com. I've been doing this. Is now going to be my 24th year in real estate, over 500 homes sold. So, and I found this slide. This is from about 5 years ago. This is interesting, and it is a hot market right now just because there's just such a low inventory. But back in 2017, right when the market was really starting to get hot again, there was about 5,000 homes for sale and about 15,000 active realtors. And in a slower market back in like 2009, there was a huge inventory of homes, but not very many realtors. So it was actually a flip. There was only about 5,000. So we had about 10,000 realtors that got out of the business. Now, the reason I'm explaining this to you is because you'll really want to work with somebody that has had the experience. And I've been thankful to go through three market changes now, big, huge shifts in the market. So been able to benefit from that experience and really help you. Now, looking at inventory nationally, you can see all this stuff for anyone that's interested, see how the homes dropped. But nationally, it was about 27%, and a little bit higher in California, about 28% roughly. But what about San Diego? Because this isn't just about the data, it's about the interpretation of the data. Now, San Diego houses, the inventory is down 52%, right? It's about 51.6% to be exact. And this is even worse for condos and townhomes. There's really not much inventory at all. They are down 69.2%, almost 70%. That's how much they are down. So that's significant. And if you look at this graph, you'll see over the past, historically how these look at the inventory, just right after the pandemic, just till now. So this is going to set the tempo for the market for the rest of the year, looking at the inventory and seeing what's happened, because yes, there will be other factors like interest rates that will affect what you're at right around 3.22 right now. But pre-pandemic, we were up at like 3.7 and even higher before that. So even though the rates have gone up a little bit, and they're going to go up more, there's predictions that they're going to be, massively above, any of these levels. So let's talk about those predictions. This was from Lawrence Yoon. He's been an economist, I know since the early 90s, for National Association of Realtors, the San Diego Association of Realtors, and the California Association of Realtors. He actually spoke in San Diego at the Expo in November and gave his predictions saying, hey, we're probably going to see sometime in the spring where rates will go up a bit, and maybe towards the end of the summer and the fall up again. I don't like to just go off of one person, so I kind of looking at, okay, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, these are the government backed loans. What is the government saying? They're these guys, that this organization that where do they think the rates are going to be? And then, of course, National Association of Realtors and MBA, you can see that they're thinking right around 3.3 for first quarter, on down to 3.7 as we get to the end of the year, which, as you remember, that was pre-pandemic levels. So nothing significant change. I mean, yeah, the interest rates are going to go up, and it will affect your payment. There's no doubt. So if you're interest rate driven now, that's important, especially for the again, remember, inventory clouds all this out. But in general, if we start to see more of an inventory, then those first time home buyers, those rates are going to affect them more than anybody, because that will drive some of them out of the market, which will then affect those entry-level homes, and then those move-up buyers, those people that were first-time home buyers 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, and are selling and moving up. So that will affect the market at some point. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, just until we see a significant increase in the inventory. Now, home values, again, median price $765. Median price for the U.S. is $354,000. So if you look at since 2018, how much the values have gone up, again, give your price prediction here, how much the percentage prediction is going to go up, and I'll put you in for the $150 gift certificate. Just text that to 858-225-7385 with your email. Now, jobs. Now, normally in a usual market, this is not let me just tell you why San Diego is not a usual market, because it's a sub-market. You have the national market, and then you have California. Then you have the sub-market of San Diego, and even a sub-market of the sub-market in the coastal areas. So you have this many people that want to be here in San Diego, and this much for sale. So there is a problem here. But unemployment is a little higher than the national average. You see 4.6 compared to 3.9. And as you look at the beginning of the pandemic nationally, it was higher here in San Diego, and even at the end of December, it was higher at the end of December in 2020 for an 8%. So why is it always a little higher? Well, there's a significant amount of lower income people here in San Diego. As we look at from the city data, they have this is from 2019, because this is about the only year that was the last normal year that we could actually look at this pre-pandemic. And at that time, there was roughly about 44% of families that were making less than $75,000 in combined income. About 1 in every 4 families was right around the 75 to 150 mark. But most, I'd say about 1 in every 3 families, you're looking at them being over 150,000 in combined income, and many in the 200,000, over 250,000 combined income range. So significant amount of the lower income. So those jobs were hit pretty hard during the pandemic. Now, inflation. This is big. I mean, this is a national survey that about 3 out of every 4 buyers, they say, yeah, it's affecting my housing plans. How is it affecting them? Well, if you look at this, you'll see that this was about 1 in every 4 buyers accelerating their plans, and 1 in every 10 sellers accelerating their plans. Not a whole lot of people canceling their plans to sell. Some are delaying. More buyers are delaying than anything. And then this percentage, just 1 in 10, that are just saying, no, I'm not buying because they can't afford it. But again, this is nationally. I think these numbers would probably be cut in half, at least conservatively in San Diego. We don't have the stats on that, but just kind of gives you an overview of that. Now, price predictions for the end of the year. Remember that these are all forecasts from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, CoreLogic. As you go down, and it's interesting that National Association of Realtors was the most conservative thing, and it is nationally, the prices are only going to increase, about 3%. This one about 5% on average. So my prediction for the price increase, and before I get into that, remember that the median price by this is what they're saying again is from all those that previous slide 5.2%, and the median price here in San Diego 765, which the median home price for the U.S. is about 354,000. So where's it going to go this year? I think it's going to go up about 8% in San Diego. And my prediction is such that the median home price is going to be about 826,000, which means the average price is going to be closer to $1 million. So and that is all inventory driven. I mean, as long as there are just not a lot of homes for sale and the rates are low, people are going to be buying. So is it a good time to sell? Of course. What about buying? The concerns with, if I sell, how am I going to get into their home? Can talk to you with the strategies about that. Helped a lot of people do that this year, and have had to do that myself. So I know that, the thought of it might be stressful, but it can be done, and it can be done without any massive amount of stress. Also, for people that are just getting into the market for the first time, it is tough because there's not a lot to choose from. And that's a challenge, and there's multiple offers. But if you're positioning yourself as the best buyer you can be, I have had to do, sometimes over 20, 30 offers on a property, which is crazy. And just a lot of it is just knowing how to work with the other agent that's representing that seller, and how you present yourself as the best buyer to be. So, and a lot of people want to know, what are the values of my property right now? And I don't really want the Zillow value. I don't want the internet algorithm. And I might not even sell. I'm not thinking about selling. I just want to know what they are. Just text me your address with your email. I'll get it to you right away. There's obviously no obligation, but it will give you clarity, because that's my goal for you, is to give you a clear picture of all your options, so you feel you're making the right decision. And again, text your percentage, your guess for the percentage increase in value, along with your email, and you'll be entered for the $150 gift certificate. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to get back to you and let you know anything that I can to help you in your decision making. Thank you so much for watching the video.